everybody, this is Adrienne with Ascension Soul Coaching. Today is October the 4th, 2022, and I want to thank all of you all for making that last video I uploaded regarding Tyler Perry and Oprah and Meghan Markle a success for me. So I totally appreciate everything you've done. My main concern with Meghan is her behavior. And now she's using her podcast to project hatred, racism. Right now it's more divisive than it is embracing for me. The Archetype podcast, the one that came out today on Koreans, Asians with Market Show, I didn't watch it, but I listened to a lot of people recap what happened. And I can speak from experience a little bit. My sister-in-law is Filipino, and I have mixed Filipino and Black nephews. So I just feel like nothing she does in that podcast or any of her podcasts really give anybody any inspiration to really change or do anything better. She's always talking about the negative aspects of race, always. I mean, where is the racial unification here? Where is the bringing all the races and the cultures together on this show, that despite archetypes or despite stereotypes, which is really what she does? Here's a mixed woman who's married into a different social economic stratosphere here with the royal family, who's from LA, mom's Black, dad's white, she's lived in Canada, she's traveled, right? She knows a lot of people. She's networked with a lot of people, different races, didn't care. She knows how to network with different people. And she could take that knowledge and kind of parse it out through her podcast. And there's just so much more we can learn from different races and cultures, the positive things that we can uplift. She tends to stay down deep into the negative aspects of what's happening in Hollywood and around her, and based on her supposedly childhood, which she experienced. I do believe that there's so much more she could do to help people understand the culture or different cultures, understand the issues with women, but also giving really good inspirational guidance for people, for women and for different races, whoever's tuning into her show. I mean, just have the dialogue and then show us next steps. Bring a psychologist on, bring someone who's very empowered, who's going to give people tips on how to move up the ladder and how to embrace who they are. So maybe 3 different women from 3 different social, economic, and cultural or age groups to talk about these particular subjects. But she talks and she talks and she talks, and it's about nothing but negativity in what she sees. It's like she sees life through a lens of negativity. That's how I see it, y'all. And that's the one of the things I have with her. She's taken that race card and she's run with it. And everything about Meghan, as you all know about me, is that it's about behavior. It's about her seeing things through her lens, and it's a very dark lens, people, because all she wants to do is it's all about Meghan. And y'all may not like that, but that's what she projects. And this is from a woman, a mixed race woman, who didn't invite one Black person from her family to her wedding. She came to the wedding with just her mother, her Black side of the family. Her only family member was her mother, and she was Black. That was fine. That was cool to see them riding in the car together. But when I said, wait a minute, if nobody on either side of your family shows up to your wedding, there's a problem, especially a wedding this big, this historically made here, this wedding, you're one of the first mixed race or Black women to get into the senior royal family of Britain, and you don't invite your family. See, listen to me. I don't have to like everybody in my family. I love my family. There's people that I don't talk to a lot, but there's a lot of people in my family because out of respect, just for the relationship, just because they were in my life when I was younger, even whether I'm really talking to them every day now, I would invite to my wedding. Like my aunts would go to my wedding. They're older. They're more, they know how to carry themselves. All my cousins would be invited. Now, I ain't paying for y'all to come, but I'm going to definitely invite you. And I'll help some of them that I really am close to. They have problems paying for the money to get over there. Because she had money at that point, right? And my father would have had an invitation and would have met Harry way before he asked me to marry him. I'm sorry, my daddy would have met him before then, because that's how my daddy rolled. Like, what you doing? What you doing? I don't even know this guy. So there's so much was wrong with that story, and I always felt like she never intended to stay. When the first time I even spoke out about her to my husband was when After I liked the wedding. She was weird acting, but I liked the wedding and the singers and all that stuff. That the pastor was okay. I don't know about him, but the look of the wedding was really nice. But when she came out of after they got married, went back to the house and got ready for the reception, and she had that white dress on. I said, "That white, what is?" And she's strutting and stuff. I'm like, I know you just got married. I know you. All the photographers are on you, and the videos are on you, and this is a great occasion. Why are you strutting out the house with that white dress on to get into the blue car? It just felt like a show. Like, and I said it to my husband. I was like, why is she sashaying? I mean, she just got married, I understand, but why is she sashaying out of the house? Like,
she got no food on.
I'm like, something up with that girl. That's the first time I said something out loud. I was to my husband. I was like, something up with that girl. I mean, because I was happy. I was okay. I was like cautious because I'm like, something up with her family. But that got me. And then all the stories started coming out after that. You know, and a lot of people were saying they didn't know she was mixed or she was her mother was black. A lot of people I knew who saw her or who even knew about Suits, and not many did, didn't know she was mixed race. They thought she was, again, Hispanic, Italian, or something like that, you know, background culture. So, but it was like the stories. And then when she decided to leave, I mean, all the stuff they were saying, listen, I've been watching the royals since before Diana, because my mama was into it. She used to read all the rag magazines, right? So, and she got me into it, but I knew about them. And so I've been following them before Diana got with Charles. And I know people saying, if the royals were racist, it would have come out, because everything else they've done has come out. Everything, how they treated Diana, how they treated Fergie, all the crap that they've gone through, all those stories come out. How the Charles and Camilla gate stuff, a lot of that stuff comes out. And I think that somebody would have spoken up in all these years that they were racist. I mean, it was because they had colonialism back in, you know, in the 1800s. 1800s doesn't mean that Queen Elizabeth was running her house that way. But, you know, I wasn't there. But I'm just telling you what I saw. So there is 99% of you all agree with me. Know this is about the behavior and not about the race. Know that Tyler Perry and Oprah are trying to assist this girl because they're the flying monkeys. There's some of the flying monkeys. There's much more, many, many more. But usually with the flying monkeys, they think they can get something out of it too. So it's not that they're just doing it to help her. Like Oprah's trying to get more, you know, look, because you know she had deals with Harry. So if she's helping Meghan, it's because she's helping Harry. I don't think it's Meghan that she particularly cares for. But she has a relationship with Harry, and that's what she's doing. And, you know, with Tyler Perry, he's friendship with Oprah. And we all know, I mean, if y'all don't know this, I told you the other day they were really good friends, and they had a lot of projects together. Well, Oprah, I just heard on the interview that Tyler just did regarding his new movie. Was it the story of Jasmine's story or something like that? Jasmine's Blues. It's on Netflix. It's called Jasmine's Blues. It's a pretty good movie. I watched it finally this weekend. Anyway, Oprah is his son's godmother. So that's how close they are. So don't tell me that Oprah didn't know. Oprah didn't have her hand in that interview. Oprah sat down and she talked to Meghan before. Maybe not face to face, but definitely on the phone and through her agents. Because she said in an interview herself, she said, when I do an interview, I sit down with people because I want to know what they're getting out of it and what I'm getting out of it. To that, I'm paraphrasing, but pretty much that's what she said. So she knew what she was going to do. She knew it was going to cause a stink. She didn't know she was going to get the backlash. She thought people would be like really sympathetic for Meghan, and they were at one point. A lot of black people were. Cause if you didn't follow the rules, you didn't know what was going on. You just knew she was black, and you thought that she was being mistreated. Now the story's coming out. People are writing about it. They need a black person to write their perspective. Because any journalists over there in Britain that want to write a story on Meghan, so we can get that story out there from our point of view, because that's what we need. So people on our, especially somebody who's famous and well known, who's a writer. The girl who did the cut, you did a great job. You know, you did the story they told you to do, but then you put in there what you needed to put in there. Because I would have done the same thing. Like, this girl crazy, and I can't just come out and say it, but I'm gonna let y'all hear it for yourself. So that was good, but we need more of that. We need more of that from blacks, other women, so they can say, It's not a black thing. This is just her behavior, and that's what people are calling her out on. So let's take the picture she just, she just published with her and her husband from the One World seminar or One World event she just went to, with the red suit on, which is a copy of Wallace Simpson. Here we go again with her dressing like either Diana or Wallace Simpson. I mean, to me, she's trying to channel those two people to bring her to this level where she wants to be. I mean, it was a very nice picture of her. She looked good in the red. But Harry's behind her yet again. She should proudly display her husband, and he should proudly display her when they're together. Make it more balanced, more equal. It's like always her in the front. He's always pushing her. Either he's pushing her to the front or she's taking the lead at all times. And it's just overbearing, right? But it's nothing wrong with being a strong woman, knowing who you are and what you want to do. But she's just so manipulative. Anyway, thank you all. Like, share, and subscribe, please, to Ascension Soul Coaching, and hit the notification bell so we can continue to grow this channel. I'm so busy, I will do readings and conversations once a week. Hopefully twice a week if something comes up that's burning and I need to talk about. I do talk about not only just Meghan and Harry, I also talk about what's going on in the World Economic Forum, helping y'all get your weight up in your gold, your silver, because this economy is about to change. Get your food, your protection, your water, your medical supplies up if you can right now. Try to prepare for what's coming up with the new change in the currency, with the digital currency, and how they're trying to break the stock market, and they're trying to break your pensions and your 401k so you don't have no money. So we do talk about that too, because it's all interconnected. The royals are involved in that too, especially Charles. So anyway, thank you all. Today is October the 4th, 2022. Love you all. Bye-bye.